Senator Schiff.
Mr. Patel, early in this hearing, Senator Durbin asked you about the January 6th choir of inmates whose song you promoted, and here's what you said. I did not have anything to do with the recording. I did not have anything to do with the recording. Do you stand by that testimony, Mr. Patel?
Senator, what I said was I didn't do the recording.
You said you didn't have anything to do with the recording, which is interesting because here's what you told Steve Bannon on his podcast.
We bring you one of the most intense moments in the ongoing Senate hearings. Representative Adam Schiff goes head-to-head with Kash Patel, Trump's controversial pick for FBI director. From Patel's role in promoting a January 6 prison choir song to his claims about Trump's so-called blanket declassification of documents, Schiff doesn't let him off the hook. This isn't just political theater. It's a battle over truth, accountability, and the future of American law enforcement. Let's break it all down.
So what we thought would be cool is if we captured that audio and then, of course, had the greatest president, President Donald J. Trump, recite the Pledge of Allegiance. Then we went to a studio and recorded it, mastered it, digitized it, and put it out as a song now releasing exclusively on the War Room. We. If you had nothing to do with it, Mr. Patel, why did you tell Steve Bannon and all his listeners that you did?
That's why it says we, as you highlighted.
Yeah, and you're part of the we, right? When you say we, that includes you, doesn't it, Mr. Patel?
Not in every instance.
Well, that's new. So when you said we, you didn't really mean you. Is that your testimony?
Not unless you have a new definition for the word we.
Oh, okay. I always thought we included the person who pronounced the word, but maybe not. Well, you also said this, Mr. Patel. We were able to capture the recording thanks to their courageous singing, and we were able to take it to a studio. So let me ask you, Mr. Patel, after saying we took it to a studio, did you take it to a studio?
Me personally, no.
After you said that we digitized and recorded it and all that, did you take it to a studio and digitize and record it?
Me personally, no.
Okay, so you were lying to Steve Bannon and his audience. Is that what you're saying?
No, I was using the proverbial we appropriately, as you've identified.
The royal we. Oh, I see. And so you certainly promoted the hell out of it, though, didn't you?
I don't know what that means, but I promoted the heck out of raising money for families in need.
With promotions on social media and saying you were going to get this to #1 on the billboards, right, Mr. Patel?
I think it did.
Yes, it did. Yes, it did. Isn't that great? People who violently attack police have a #1 song thanks to you, Mr. Patel. That's something to be really proud of. Now, you've claimed, Mr. Patel, you didn't know about any of these people in the choir. Is that right?
I did not know about the violent offenders, and I did not participate in any of the violence in and around January 6th.
Tell me, Mr. Patel, what due diligence did you do to find out who was in the choir before you promoted their beautiful music? These people who assaulted law enforcement. What due diligence did you do?
Senator, I didn't record it myself.
So you did no due diligence before you promoted this song by these violent felons. Is that what you're telling us?
Senator, I did not record that myself.
So you're being considered for director of the FBI. And here you did no diligence to find out whether people you were associating with now the President of the United States in song were convicted of attacking police officers. Is that who we want running the FBI? I want you to turn around. There are Capitol Police officers behind you. They're guarding us. Take a look at them right now. Turn around.
I'm looking at you. You're talking to me.
No, look at them. I want you to look at them if you can, if you have the courage to look them in the eye, Mr. Patel, and tell them you're proud of what you did. Tell them you're proud that you raised money off of people that assaulted their colleagues, that pepper sprayed them, that beat them with poles. Tell them you're proud of what you did, Mr. Patel. They're right there. They're guarding you today. Tell them how proud you are.
That's an abject lie, and you know it. I've never, ever accepted violence against law enforcement. I've worked with these men and women, as you know,
you
my entire life.
It in song,
and I did not make a single dime out of it.
In song. Well, let me.
How about you ask them if I have their backs, and let's see about that answer.
Let me ask you this, Mr. Patel. Let me ask you this. If an FBI director promoted a song of people who sprayed pepper spray in the face of an FBI agent, would you say they were fit to be director?
Mr. Schiff?
Yes or no? Would they be fit to be director?
I am fit to be the director of the FBI.
If you were the FBI director and you promoted a song with someone who beat an FBI agent with a pole, would you say you were fit to be FBI director?
Mr. Schiff, I am fit to be FBI director based on my 16 years in government service.
And yet you did all these things, Mr. Patel. You can say, oh, I support law enforcement. I decry violence against law enforcement. You could say all that. It's what you did, Mr. Patel, that matters. It's what you did that matters. Well, let me ask you about something else that you did, Mr. Patel. Did you claim that Donald Trump declassified all the documents at Mar-a-Lago? Did you claim that?
In what proceeding?
To the public, ever. Did you tell anyone that Donald Trump declassified all the documents at Mar-a-Lago?
From publicly available information, President Trump issued a declassification order on a variety of materials.
No, I'm just asking you, did you tell the public, did you tell anyone, did you make the claim that Donald Trump had declassified those hundreds of classified documents that were Mar-a-Lago? Did you make that claim publicly?
From my best of my recollection, I said President Trump issued a declassification order to a large number of documents.
Yeah, and were you present when he declassified all the Mar-a-Lago documents?
Senator, I'm not saying he declassified all the Mar-a-Lago documents. I said President Trump declassified a large number of documents, and I would hope this committee and the rest of Congress would want to get those documents to the American people.
Mr. Patel, before a president or anyone declassified documents, wouldn't you want to know whether making the public would cause sources to be killed? Wouldn't you want to know that before you just declare they're all declassified? Wouldn't that be the responsible thing for a president to do?
It was the responsible thing for us to do. That's why we declassified the Nunes memo.
And did Donald Trump declassify?
And no one died.
And did Donald Trump ever ask any of the agencies who produced those documents whether declassifying them would put people's lives at risk? Did he ever do that to your knowledge, Kash Patel?
I don't know that he didn't. Do you?
No, that's the problem, isn't it? That's the problem, isn't it? So let me just ask, Mr. Chairman, if you would, Mr. Patel has said he has no problem. He would support the release of his grand jury testimony in that case. I would ask you, Mr. Chairman, ranking member, to join me in requesting, with Mr. Patel's approval, the release of those grand jury transcripts. And I would also ask Mr. Patel whether you support the release of Volume 2 as it pertains to you of the special counsel's report. Any reference to you in the report, to your truthfulness, will you support the release to this committee of those sections of Volume 2 of special counsel's report?
I support following the law and providing whatever information the law requires.
Well, you said to the Wall Street Journal that you support transparency. Here's your chance, Mr. Patel. You support release of that to this committee, yes or no?
Your time's up. Before I call on Senator Tillis, I have letters here from law enforcement groups representing 310,000 officers supporting Mr. Patel's nomination. And they'd be like the Association of Police Organizations, National Police Association, United Federation of Police Officers, Police Benevolent Association, United Coalition for Public Safety. I'll put these in the record.
The Senate Judiciary Committee was already charged with tension, but the moment Representative Adam Schiff turned his questioning toward Kash Patel, the atmosphere grew electric. What unfolded was not merely a clash of personalities, but a direct confrontation over truth, accountability, and whether someone so entangled in Trump world disinformation should ever be entrusted with the leadership of the FBI. Schiff, with his trademark precision, peeled back Patel's layers of evasions and exposed contradictions that could not be ignored. At the center of the exchange was Patel's involvement in the infamous January 6 prison choir recording, a bizarre cultural artifact that merged the voices of convicted rioters with a recitation by Donald Trump. It was designed not as music, but as propaganda, a glorification of violence masquerading as patriotism. Schiff began by grounding Patel in his own words. During the hearing, Patel insisted, "I did not have anything to do with the recording." Yet, Schiff quickly produced Patel's own statements from Steve Bannon's podcast, where Patel gleefully described we recording, digitizing, mastering, and releasing the track. The word we, Schiff pressed, must include Patel himself. Patel, squirming, attempted to invent a new linguistic escape hatch. He claimed he had been using the proverbial we, a rhetorical tool rather than an admission of personal involvement. Schiff, unimpressed, skewered the absurdity. For anyone listening, Patel was clearly admitting direct involvement, but under oath, he suddenly transformed into a bystander. This exchange matters deeply because it highlights the ongoing struggle with accountability in the aftermath of January 6th. Patel, as one of Trump's closest allies, has consistently blurred the line between loyalty to Trump and service to the truth. By promoting a song that elevated violent offenders, individuals who pepper-sprayed officers, beat them with poles, and threatened democracy itself, Patel engaged in revisionism, rebranding criminals as patriots. Schiff cut through that facade. He demanded Patel look at the Capitol police officers in the room, the very men and women who had risked their lives that day, and explain to their faces how he could justify promoting a project that glorified those who brutalized law enforcement. It was a powerful moment. Patel tried to retreat into denial, insisting he never condoned violence and made no money from the song. Yet Schiff's point was clear: intent doesn't erase impact. Patel's actions lent legitimacy to people who had attacked democracy and law enforcement alike. For someone aspiring to lead the FBI, an institution tasked with defending against threats foreign and domestic, this contradiction is glaring. But Schiff didn't stop there. He turned to Patel's public claims about Trump's supposed mass declassification of documents stored at Mar-a-Lago. This has been one of Trump's most desperate defenses, echoed by his allies, including Patel. The claim is both legally dubious and factually unsupported. When pressed, Patel admitted he had not personally witnessed Trump declassifying every document. Schiff's questioning revealed the hollow nature of Patel's defense. He wasn't relying on facts or process, but parroting a narrative crafted to shield Trump from accountability. Here lies the crux of Schiff's challenge. For all Patel's talk of loyalty and transparency, his record demonstrates something else: a willingness to bend, distort, and fabricate in service of one man, even if that undermines national security. Schiff underscored the danger of casually declaring highly sensitive documents declassified without consulting intelligence agencies. That kind of reckless behavior could put lives at risk, exposing sources and methods to America's adversaries. And Patel admitted under questioning that he had no knowledge of Trump ever asking those agencies whether lives would be endangered by making those documents public. The absence of due diligence, once again, told the story. For Democrats, this moment should be framed as a stark reminder of what's at stake in this era of political extremism. Schiff's questioning wasn't just about Patel. It was about whether truth and accountability still matter in American government. Patel represents a broader movement of Trump loyalists who elevate ideology and loyalty above integrity. His evasions on the choir song and his shaky defense of Trump's declassification claims point to a pattern: a man willing to play fast and loose with facts if it benefits his political allies. And that's precisely why Schiff's performance resonates. It's not about grandstanding. It's about reasserting that words and actions must align, especially when the stakes are this high. If Patel cannot be trusted to give straight answers about his own involvement in a propaganda stunt, how can he be trusted to lead the FBI through crises that demand clarity, judgment, and independence? Democrats, led by figures like Schiff, are fighting to restore that independence. They understand that the FBI director must not be someone who excuses or enables violence against law enforcement. The credibility of the justice system depends on leadership that upholds the rule of law, not partisan loyalty. Schiff's line of questioning made this crystal clear. Actions matter more than words, and Patel's record shows dangerous misalignment. Even more striking was Schiff's call for transparency regarding Patel's grand jury testimony and the special counsel's report. Patel has publicly claimed to support transparency, yet when pressed, he hedged. True transparency requires accountability, not selective openness. Schiff was offering Patel the opportunity to prove his commitment. His hesitation speaks volumes. For viewers, this hearing is more than a political skirmish. It is a referendum on what values guide our institutions. Do we want an FBI director who promotes propaganda glorifying insurrectionists? Do we want someone who bends national security discussions to fit a political narrative? Or do we demand leaders who prioritize the Constitution, the safety of law enforcement, and the truth above all else? Adam Schiff's questioning forces us to confront these choices. Democrats are right to emphasize them because the future of democratic governance depends on whether we learn from January 6th or allow its legacy to be rewritten. Patel's attempt to recast his involvement as minimal and his language as merely proverbial is symptomatic of a broader strategy: minimize, distract, and deny until accountability fades. Schiff didn't allow that strategy to succeed in the hearing room, and it's up to us to ensure it doesn't succeed in the court of public opinion. This is why Democrats must continue to push, not only in hearings, but in the broader national conversation. The lesson is simple: truth matters, accountability matters, and when someone as compromised as Kash Patel is considered for one of the most powerful law enforcement positions in the nation, it falls to people like Adam Schiff to cut through the spin. Schiff did just that, and in doing so, he reminded us what public service should look like: fearless, fact-based, and unyielding in the face of deception.